I want everyone to know I just dropped the trailer for Black Coffee Show. Go check it out on my channel, youtube.com/Mr. George Corey.
You know what? I would do that, but I can't. I can only do that for GK Supreme. How do we get GK Supreme back in the building?
Yo, what's poppin'? I just got back from Poppy last night with Tehran. It's GK Supreme in the building. Go check out Black Coffee on my YouTube channel.
That's right.
Wait.
We are Imperfect Gentlemen. Today we have a special guest in the building. We always have special guests, but the female voice of the day is...
Hi, guys. I'm Danny.
Yo.
No, don't play yourself down.
Because you're so loud all the time, and now you're whack?
Yeah.
How am I whack?
That was whack.
Hey, guys, I'm Danny.
That was
First
whack.
of all, we're saying...
First of all, were you guys at Poppy last night?
No.
Okay.
Last night was not even Friday. Oh, it was Monday. Monday at Poppy is popping.
Yeah, I went last night. That's why I was like, I didn't see you.
I just
was it
assumed
good?
we were there because Tehran's always there, so I just assumed.
We weren't. I'm actually not even always there. When I do go there, I just make a big impression. People think I'm there a lot, but I go out like once or twice a month.
So, yeah.
Yeah,
no.
okay, dude.
Yo, you were there last night. Did you see me?
No.
Okay. Did you see me on the other parties that you went to all weekend that I saw your party pictures up?
I didn't go out at all. You know how much I slept this weekend? Everyone was at Coachella and I was asleep.
Yeah,
She
I was
be
at
saying,
Coachella.
I stay home. I even see your stories. I want to be a housewife. I want to cook, blah, blah. And then you're in the club 24/7. Stop saying you're not in the club.
Well, we're going to
You in
talk
the
about
club.
that for sure because we want to talk about the perfect guy, but we also want to get to what the perfect girl is for the guys out there. But in case you don't know our guest today, Danny, let them know who you are.
I'm formerly from Bad Girls Club, but I'm so much more than that.
Is she though? Is she really?
I am still a bad girl, but I'm also trying to be like a
honestly,
better person.
As people who know what it's like to be popping one day and not the next,
Yeah.
like I feel like we're all in. This is the same boat club.
But look, in Danny's defense, we went out to see my friends play in Inglewood.
Yeah.
And we were in line and all the people were asking you to take photos. So you still got it. You still pop.
I forgot about that. That's right. Yeah, a lot of people ask me for
They
pictures.
recognize her.
You know who doesn't ask you to take pictures? Justin Bieber. And we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk
Goddamn,
about.
that's
Yo, Danny
brutal.
for the last couple weeks has been getting me to go to this religious church thing on Wednesdays.
First of all, church there is amazing.
Oh, that's where Bieber goes.
Yeah, but
Yeah, we've been going. Danny has had a spiritual awakening, and she wanted me to be part of her spiritual support. So I went with her.
Hold on, wasn't I supposed to do that?
You were supposed to come too.
I never invited you to church, George.
No, I was supposed to
did.
be your spiritual supporter.
Yeah, and then you promised to take me to like cleanse myself, and then you fell off the face of the earth.
Your
so.
energy was too bad at the time.
How's my energy now? Is it better?
It's a little better. It's a little better.
I've always loved your energy. You know
Thank
that.
you.
So that's the thing. Yo, Danny and I have some great life stories.
Yeah.
Like we even doing nothing, by the way, like literally not doing anything.
But I do want to say this about Tehran. We went to Saddle Ranch, 2 Fridays ago, and he was
got on
just
the electric bull.
no. There was a long piece of hair in my food, and he was just so calm. It pissed me off. I'm like, no, Tehran, this is not how we handle this situation.
Hold on, time out. Do you remember we went to Earth Cafe? There was hair in her food. I'm starting to think it's your hair in your food. And you're getting mad at
Yo,
people,
that's
bro.
so real.
That's real, bro.
We keep going.
And it
It's your
was
hair,
black,
bruh.
and it
Oh my
was
gosh.
curly.
So it could have just been your
It
hair
could've just
each
been
and
your
every
hair
time.
each time.
No, first of all, I thought you were talking about your hair, not
It
mine.
might have been my hair too. I
yeah,
don't know.
from like your beard or something.
Yo, my hair, actually, you know what? When I shower, my hair gets everywhere. To the point where it's almost uncomfortable to shower at other people. Like if I go somewhere, like if I'm on vacation or something, shower at someone's place. Because it's like I can't even clean up my hair. That's
The
why.
same thing
it's
happens
because you have
when I
curly
give.
hair.
Yeah.
Same thing happens when I give Choco a bath.
Oh, Choco.
No Choco. And didn't Danny watch Choco for you?
No. Here's what happened. Right.
For like 12 hours.
Choco. Danny hits me up. She sees Choco. She goes, "Oh, I used to have a chocolate lab. I like how he looks. He's the same color, but he's small. I really want to watch him." This is how I met Danny. I drive up to Danny's place, and I'm like, you know what? She seemed so cool. Tehran told me all about Danny, and I'm like, yo, she's such an awesome person. I felt the vibe when I met you. So cool.
But
You're
then
like,
you hit me with the, ooh, I hate to say this to you, but you have a really bad energy.
yeah, and that was
yourself.
after you only watched Choco for one night. You were supposed to watch it for
negged
4
her
days.
off break, bro. You negged her off
Yeah,
break.
dog.
right off the bat.
There was like a spirit, bro.
Yo, it's funny. Look, here's the thing with Danny and all of us. Actually, we're all in this place where we're attempting to find ourselves, but we don't have enough money to go to Europe. So we just have to like find ourselves in the streets of LA. And it's a place where a lot of people have never been. A lot of people have never been is where a situation where you're like, I know I'm destined for greatness, but I don't know what greatness is or how I'm supposed to get there.
It's so true.
And it's so real. And you know who feels that the most? A lot of homeless people in LA. Like real talk. Like a lot of
I don't
homeless
know
people.
if they're thinking that.
No, they are. That's why people think they're talking to themselves. No, they're going over lines of auditions that they messed up as they walk down the street. Like, I should have read it like this.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
I don't think
it's so real. Like, I just feel like we're all one step away from being homeless as fuck.
Here's the thing.
I'm one step away from being homeless. I haven't worked in literally a year. My taxes are a joke. I'm getting like $110 back.
So how do you
least you're
survive?
getting money
How
back.
do you
I'm
survive?
paying
How
mad
do you
money.
survive if you don't have a job for a year? Because I want to know how to do that.
Okay, honestly, the honest truth, a couple months ago, I on my YouTube channel, I did a video, hand broke. Like I just told the whole world, like, this is the situation. I can't find a job. Like, I'm not going to put a dick in my mouth for money. Like, I just refuse to do it. And some guy that I've never met before, never talked on the phone before, saw my YouTube video and has been sending me money weekly. And that's how I've been paying my rent.
That's amazing. And now I'm about to do a video called Broke AF. And if you're out there, some guy, you know what? And honestly, for enough money, I might be willing to put a dick in my mouth. Like, I mean, bruh. And you know what?
I've never even talked to him on the phone.
It's interesting that girls are like this because if I like girls, I know so many girls. We always talk about the girls that do put dicks in their mouths, and that's who we focus on. Like, oh, these girls that did this to get here.
Right.
Oh, look at Kim Kardashian, for example. She must have done X, Y, and Z. But the number of girls who don't do that is astounding and need to be recognized and demand respect because honestly, if I was a girl, I'd suck all the dicks. Like I wouldn't even. What do you mean? I wouldn't even know how to read.
I
would
don't
just
think
be
you
a-
would.
Okay, Teron.
Yo, I know.
I don't think you
listen,
would.
If I'm working hard right now, and if I knew if I could be sexually attracted, and all I had to do was just. The shit that I would do, you would have to stop me.
All right.
I would,
No,
okay.
no.
On a
the
more
first
serious
$1 billion
note,
whore on the planet.
On a
bro.
more serious
I
note-
would suck $1 billion worth
Teron,
of dick.
please, Teron, compose yourself here, okay?
You just got so
You're
excited
good.
about
You
dick.
don't need to do it.
Bro,
No,
the
but you
shit
know
that I
what?
would do to Oprah now, nigga.
Yeah, but here's the thing, right? We talked about homeless people, and a lot of people judge them, seeing them on the streets. Why are they begging? Why are they in the way? And I realized one day when I came to LA and I didn't have a lot of money, I realized the only thing stopping me from being homeless on the streets was my family, was the fact that I had people who loved me, who were still around, who were able to hold me up.
Right.
And we're so quick to judge homeless people. And I get sensitive on that subject because I realize if I wasn't blessed with a family, I could be in the same situation.
Right.
And who knows? Maybe these people didn't have the same support system that I had.
Yeah, like my family definitely supports me, but my sister, I owe her $11,000 at this point because before I made this video, she was like paying my rent every month. So it's just now I'm like, I can't really.
But you
be-
also live somewhere really nice. Like you go out of your way to.
Yo, when I went to her place, I posted 3 Insta pictures on my feed and made it look like mine. I have a black leather couch, put
Yo.
my feet up
It's
on
velvet.
the mahogany.
It's velvet.
It's velvet? Yeah,
Yeah.
it was velvet.
Which, by the
I don't
way-
even know what velvet is.
Speaking of your place, is Natasha not fucking with me? And I'm gonna tell you why. I've hit up Natasha.
In what type
on
of
some-
way?
Just on some like, yo, what's up? Like I helped because she's Persian.
Right.
Danny's roommate is Persian, and so I was like, hey, happy Caesar because it was the
Right,
park thing. Because I
right.
want her to be more involved. She said she wanted to be,
Right.
and she never responded.
She's
And she-
actually very booed up right now.
She booed up.
She booed up real quick, real
Oh.
fast. Yeah.
That's why
My
I
spirit-
figured.
Like together all 24/7.
yo,
type
I
shit.
figured she was
that's
booed
what
up.
it is.
Booed up.
Because
Yeah.
Teron got the new beard and everything. I was like, yo, she should say what's
no,
up.
it happened really fast. They met
No,
at
no,
a-
no. I was just being because she had said, "Hey, I want to do this."
Right.
And I was like, "Oh, okay, I'll include her." And then even the time we were out and she was supposed to come, she didn't come.
Right. Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh,
She was with him.
she can be. Yeah, that's sweet.
Yeah.
So look, Danny,
That's,
in
that's not
your
gonna
own
last.
right.
Hey, that's just not gonna last. When you
No,
boot
they're
up,
like talking about like
that's how-
marriage.
because
Already
they
met the
just
fam.
because it's already new. Everything when it's new, everything is fucking real. Look, you know what? A candle that burns fast burns out quick. So you need to sometimes you just need to learn how to take your time.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't like
And it's
gone
gonna
on
be
like an
big.
official date since 2016. So I
Yeah.
can't really give any commentary on how this shit works.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately.
You know, we touched on it earlier, but I still seen the remnants of you being a star. And in my eyes, you still are a star.
Remnants?
Thank you.
You still are a star. How does it feel from, you were in like a super spotlight nationally.
Right, yeah.
How does it feel now to know the feeling of everyone catering to you and being a star and stepping out, everything's taken care of, to now where you're fending for yourself?
Right.
Do you sometimes look back and say there are things I could have done differently, or are you more in the mindset of what's my next move?
I think there's definitely times where I think back and I'm like, I definitely fucked up at some point, because me and my sister were like a unit because we did the show together. And when the show came out, my sister's way more laid back and a lot nicer than I am. So when the show came out, I thought I was Kim Kardashian. And
That's why you like me so much, by the way. I'm like your sister.
Yeah, probably. Except let's get it. We'll come right really quick. Tehran, first of all, I uploaded a picture last week in a bathing suit, and Tehran texts me. He goes, "Hey girl, delete that picture. It's horrible." And I go, "Why is it horrible?" He goes, "You look old and fat."
Hold on 1 second.
No, that's exact. I didn't even
Hold
text
on.
him back. I was so pissed. I deleted it.
Hold on.
Okay, but
Hold
I was
on.
so
Can I
fucking
say something
pissed
really
at you.
quick? You got the wrong picture. It wasn't the picture of you in a bathing suit. You look great in that picture. Actually, it was the picture of you and your show, because you have a radio show of your own. And actually, I wasn't the one who saw it. George brought it to my attention and said, "Yo,
Which
Danny was so
picture?
old."
Yo, on the reels, because I love you, Daddy. I
Yo.
DM'd it to Tehran, and I know
It
he
was
has
like-
that
and
relationship
those that I would
with you.
just tell you. And
But
so
it
when I
wasn't,
saw
one?
it wasn't you. The lighting was terrible. The angle was terrible.
What picture?
You didn't
You didn't
You
post,
didn't post
it,
it.
bro.
He did.
It was on your co-host page.
He did.
Oh yeah, I hate when he
And he caught you off guard, and I was looking out. I was
Yo.
like,
Yeah.
yo, Tehran, I don't
He
want
always uploads
That's
pics of
so
I
me.
don't want
funny. I get
Danny
it.
to
Yeah.
think, because that's what a real friend does. Like, we let you know. And
Right.
I
Because people, it's only when it doesn't come from a negative
negative
place
source.
in your heart.
Yeah.
Like George.
Yeah, but
it's-
you got to say it differently.
No, I say things the
No,
way
he
it is.
says it the same way, but it's about the intent.
George
I was like,
used to take it personal too, and then he learned, oh wow, this really has merit, like every single time.
Yeah, he used to be like, yo, your beard line ain't fresh. I was like, your beard line ain't fresh. She's like, no, that's not what this is about, homie. I'm looking out. Now I embrace it. Team us. Own it.
Yeah,
Team
own
Imperfect
it,
Gentlemen.
own it. Yo,
Where he
George
goes, I
gave
go.
me that.
Where I go, he
own
goes.
it, own it with the capital
Capital
T.
T.
I thought you were
for
talking
Tehran.
about the bathing suit picture. I was
No,
like, I
you
do
looked
not
amazing.
look old.
Just like the last picture when I told you, yo, this one's fire.
Fire, yeah.
Yeah, I'll always tell
I
you,
looked good
it
last
wasn't
night,
the bathing
huh?
suit. Yeah, that was a good picture. That
Yeah, it was a good night.
Because those things, and people make fun of it, but those pictures and all this stuff actually mean something, because this is what we do. What we do is brand ourselves.
Right.
So it's not our fault that pictures and Instagram and Twitter and all that mean something in the modern age, especially when you're trying to achieve that source
and let
of
me
greatness.
and let me say this, right? So when people work in a corporation, you turn in your weekly report, you do emails,
Right.
you do things like that. Do I stop and say, hey, why are you emailing so much?
That's so whack.
Hey, that's so whack. Why are you doing a report? People need to understand, in our industry, we have to self-promote, or else we don't get gigs. We don't get work. So
Right.
I want everybody to take a second look at these pages, and you're calling people narcissists and you're calling them self-centered. That's literally our vehicle to stay relevant so we can get the next gig.
Right.
And if you
Yeah.
don't want me to eat, I don't want you to eat either.
No, real talk. I don't work. Look, I told this to friends because a friend pointed out, I don't work like you, but I do work. Do you see what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I don't clock in, clock out
Facts.
9 to 5, and it's just that simple. But I do work. So don't think, oh, well, Tehran's going to a show. That's fun. Because a lot of girls are always like, why don't you just invite me? Because I'm going to work. Would you ever take me with you to work?
No.
So I'm going to work. I'm not there. I'm not there to hang out. I'm not there to just socialize. I'm actually working. I know it looks like I'm not working, just the way a Chris Brown video looks like it's fun, but it's actually work. You know what I'm saying? It's real work. And so you have to understand that.
Yeah.
And Danny understands this more than anyone because you work.
Yeah, the thing is about Sam is it's a radio show. We don't film like you guys film your show. So I go in there. First, it's 8 o'clock in the morning.
You're
I'm not
just
gonna,
chilling. You're
yeah.
doing you.
And I keep telling him, I'm like, I don't want to take pictures. Like, people can follow me on Instagram. They can do what they want. I don't want to take
Yeah,
pictures
and-
because you're posting pictures that people are going to find and be like, what the hell?
Exactly.
Like, I don't look good. And
And
he
that
gets
was
mad
us.
at me and we argue about it. I'm like, Sam, I'm not going to get ready for a 50-minute talk show when we don't even film.
Yeah, and that was us, like, public figure to public figure, artist to artist, where I knew your standard, and I
Yeah.
know you put a lot in effort, and your fashion's incredible.
Right. Yeah.
And I was looking out like, yo, Tehran, let her know, because
Yeah, he didn't say that. I thought he talked about the bathing suit pic, and I was like, what?
I mean, didn't Beyonce do that too, where she had her agent try and get down all the unflattering photos of Beyonce off the internet? I mean, yeah,
After
I
Coachella.
relate. Yeah,
Yeah.
I relate. I don't want that stuff up there neither.
That's real because people, we live in a world where everyone's like, don't judge. All we do is judge.
Yeah,
You don't
it's true.
believe me? Look at Twitter comments. Look at YouTube comments.
Look at Instagram comments.
Instagram comments. People say the
Let me
rudest,
be real.
meanest things.
I have a predominantly black cast and black coffee show, and I was very scared to upload the trailer because I love the people dearly. I love my team dearly. And I feared that when I put this up, I'm going to see all the comments that I'm seeing that are aimed towards black entertainers on YouTube. Whereas I don't see the same comments for the white entertainers and other people. Words like the N-word, slave,
They're just
things
racist.
like this.
When
It's disgusting.
When it comes to a race thing, it's the lowest common denominator. So they will find race. But trust me, they will find an excuse to hate anything. Neil Brennan has a bit where he's like, Beethoven's Fifth Symphony, which is the most popular piece of music. Dun, 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 dun. Most popular piece of music. He goes on, is like 213,000 negative review comments. You know what I'm saying?
that's
Thumbs
crazy.
down. How do you thumbs down Beethoven? Like, and that's a real thing, is we've become a world where the trolls have taken over. And it's because you're nameless and anonymous and no one knows you. You would never say that to someone's face. I do say exactly the same things that I think to your face.
Yeah.
If I'm saying it behind your back, quote unquote, it's because I have said it to your face
it.
numerous
I'm the
times.
same
Own
way.
it.
I'm the same way. I don't talk shit behind anyone's
100%.
back. I'm like, girl, that ain't working out for you. But I thought that you guys were talking about the bathing suit pic. That's why I was like, yo, fuck
No,
you.
you looked great in the baby
No, we
suit.
love the baby
Well, it's
suit.
deleted now.
We'll put it
You
back up.
deleted it?
Yes.
I love
Because
that.
she
photo.
knows. Because Danny also, Danny from Get, she trusted my judgment on stuff. Like, she was like, she gets it.
Yeah, but you take great photos.
I should be listen, people should pay
Look,
me.
I ain't
Listen,
gonna lie. My profile picture right now, Tehran took it for me
people should pay
On what?
me
on Insta.
to
Oh,
take
Insta.
their Instagram pictures. I am an Instagram pro because I hang out with all these Persian girls and they're so picky. And Tabby, of all people, Tabby has made me into the best Instagram girl of all time.
Instagram girl.
Yeah, because I take the best Instagram pictures. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
I'm like an Instagram hoe right now. Like, you know how they take great pics no matter what? I will make a regular ass scene look like you're
Yeah.
in the middle of Hollywood.
Yeah.
Like craziness.
It's true.
And I get the right angles. And everyone's always like, no, don't. And then they see the picture like, oh.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Why did she turn and shade me where she's like, Tehran takes the best pictures, and she turns to me and she goes,
Because you just took 2 and I didn't like them.
Yo, but
I told you not to use the flash.
But you know what? You can shade. Yo, I can shade Martin right now because one time Martin took a picture of George and he's like, this is the best picture ever. And so I was like, no, bro, give me the picture. I snatched it from him and took this picture. And George was like, this is glory. This is glory. But Instagram pictures
I actually
are
think
important.
I take the best pictures of other people.
No, she does. I have one really good post that got like way more likes than usual that you took.
She has never taken good pictures of me. And on top of that,
You
I'm gonna tell
never
you,
asked for. First of all, that Bel Air picture is lit.
yo, I'm gonna tell you one picture.
Who
of-
took the Bel Air picture?
I did.
which Bel Air?
You're
picture?
in it. Was it a selfie?
No, not that one. The one of him sitting at the Pretty Little Thing party holding up his bottles.
It was okay. It was okay.
It was
No, that
alright.
picture was dope.
It wasn't
There were no
as
girls
good.
in the one. And you know what's funny? I'm gonna tell you the funniest part about that. We're at the Pretty Little Things thing, and Danny and we're like snatching clothes. Danny has a bag full. They were like, take 3 things. Danny went shopping, right?
Yo, what is the Pretty Little Things about? Because I wasn't invited, so I need to be filled in on what this was all about.
Pretty Little Thing is a clothing line,
Okay.
and they had like a gifting suite, and I've invited Tehran to come with me. I just feel like you don't text back. I feel like I text you and you don't text back. Tehran always texts back.
At least you're reliable, Tehran.
If you text me, I text back. If you call me, I'm not picking up shit. So then
I'm the same. I don't pick up phone calls.
we're
I'm
at the
like,
Pretty Little
"Ugh."
Things thing, and Danny takes a picture of me, and I'm gonna say real, it's good. It's a good picture.
Yeah, thank you.
But there
Is
was a
it
girl.
as good as the picture I took of you on the couch that I put on your page?
It's better.
It is a little better.
Oh,
but
come on.
just because the scenery is better
Yeah,
too.
yeah. It's like better like lighting.
Lighting, it's like brighter, it's a more vibrant.
It just looks lit.
Yeah, it
like
does.
it looks like you're doing
So
something
there's
cool.
this girl who's in the background who was a whack girl. Like all these
Basic.
pretty girls were there.
Basic bitch.
All these pretty girls were there. And this one whack girl was like,
Excuse me,
I'm not
am I
in the
in
picture
that?
in that because I don't want to be in your pic. I was like, you whack bitch. Like you the one I didn't want.
No, Tehran turns around and goes, "Ain't nobody cares about you. Nobody
No,
knows
I
you."
said nobody knows who you are. Like I was like, ain't nobody know who you are. Like, why are you the one complaining? All these, and on top of that, the pretty girls that were in the scene, they're all known like they're like Instagram or YouTube
Yeah.
or on TV. And this one whack bitch that nobody knows.
Can y'all define whack?
She
I
had
think
like
people need to
blonde
know.
hair, one braid. She had like a crop top, sweater, t-shirt,
She
and
just
like
wasn't
red
swag.
pants.
She was just not very attractive. She was a very basic bitch.
Yeah.
It sounded like she was trying with her fashion. Though. She had the braid and then the braid.
No, there was a stand where a guy was getting braids. I actually got one there myself.
Someone was braiding everyone's hair, and it was actually very popping. Like it was really cool how they were doing
Yeah.
it. But it was a great event, and Danny does invite me to some popping events. I'll tell you that every time we go, we have an excellent
Danny's
time.
a real one. She's a real
Oh
one.
yeah, 100%. That's why I actually respond to her.
Yeah.
Because I don't respond to most people.
Yeah.
And I'll be getting mad, and I wrote this on my post. Like, I hate when I go to like her photos and I see all this negative stuff from all these trolls, and I'll be fighting the trolls, bro. I'll be going
it's
in for
crazy.
you.
The negativity on my page is insanity.
Listen, if they only spent 30 minutes with you, especially without that negative spirit which flew away, they would know that you are a gem. Your
Yeah.
personality is incredible. You're a loving
No,
person.
she's a
Thank
bitch.
you.
But
No, she's
I've learned
not.
to love
I
it.
am.
She's a bitch.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
But you know what? She's a boss ass bitch. And on top of that,
Only about certain things, like when we go to Saddle Ranch and there's a goddamn hair in my food,
Yo,
and then,
she
and
freaked
then this
out,
guy
bro.
comes
It's
over.
your hair, bro.
No, it's not my hair. It had like a gray.
It was in the sandwich. Like you had a cut open sandwich, and what she does is she eats the stuff inside the sandwich without the bread. So that's the only way she knew that it was there, or she would have never known.
I would have ate it. And what if the hair had lice? Like, what if they didn't wash their hair that week? Like, that's disgusting. Anyways, he comes over. The manager comes over and he's like, "Hey, I'm really sorry. Can I offer you a drink?" I'm like, "Yeah, let me get Ciroc, peach, and cranberry." He goes, "Oof, I can't do top shelf." I literally looked at Toronto. I was like, I'm gonna have a bitch fit. I'm gonna freak out.
I was cool. Like I'm always, but you know what? A lot of girls get on
He was
me
like popping jokes. I'm like, this is not the time to
because
joke.
there's nothing. It's not like that bald manager went and took a piece of hair and then stuck it in there. It happens. And
Good
my thing is this.
observation.
Yeah, but you should be doing anything to make me a satisfied customer, including giving me that Ciroc.
I understand, but hey,
No, I agree with her, bro. She couldn't just give Ciroc.
look. Here's my thing about that. It's
It's a pour. It's a pour.
It's not like he owns Saddle Ranch. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but now I just yelped the shit out of you, and I gave
Okay,
you a
and
0 negative.
He's only an
review.
employee, so he knows what he's allowed and not allowed to do.
Right.
And that's number one. Because people think you're Mr. whatever you're working at, and you're not. You're just an employee.
And then the waitress has the audacity to stare at me and Tehran like,
You want me to hold it?
No, I just want to make sure I can see you in
No,
this.
no, we
Okay,
good, bro.
yeah, go ahead,
oh,
sorry.
okay, yeah. The waitress stares at me and Tehran like we're like the only
Yeah,
two black
but wait-
people in there, and we're complaining about the food, and he still tipped her $20.
I tipped her.
So
that she remembers.
You just said something very profound. I had a friend say, this is a post recently, and I was explaining it to my cousin. My cousin, who is foreign, doesn't understand the concept of white privilege. You just touched on something.
Yeah.
When you said that you weren't going to do something that you're actually entitled to do because you didn't want to be pinned as the angry black customer. I have a friend who he drew this to my attention. I never realized. He said, as a black man, I have to be careful when I eat chicken, even at a family event, that there's no chicken near me or eating chicken, because then I'll get stereotyped and there'll be racist comments.
Oh, I don't give a shit about that. I'm eating the chicken if the chicken is good.
I mean, here's the thing. It's something people are aware of. And
And it's real. You don't see me riding camels ever, bro.
But I did go to a house party last night, and it was predominantly all black men, and then, you know, the hoes that show up to fuck all the black guys there. They're athletes. Football team. I don't know, football or basketball team, whatever.
Either
but
way.
they had a playlist on. I go, hey, can I plug my phone in? And they go, what type of music? And we're like, oh, it's a mix. Like, they got a little Justin Bieber in there. I got some like techno. And they're like, yo, we really fucks with Justin Bieber, like, but we can't play that at a party. I'm like, why? He's like, because like, look at the crowd. It's like, because they're black, you can't listen to Justin Bieber at a party.
Yeah. That's actually a very real thing. I'm not going to listen to Avril Lavigne as I roll through Inglewood. That's just not something. I mean, Avril Lavigne makes amazingly good music, but I'm not going to be like, making my way downtown. Like,
That's
I'm just
Avril
not.
Lavigne?
I don't know, but whoever it is.
It's all the same.
Yeah, they're all the same girl.
I was like, I don't think that's Avril Lavigne.
It's all the same
It's all
one
same.
girl. You know what I'm saying? Friday.
Yo, they were like the SoundCloud rappers of alternative rock.
Yeah,
Almost
that's
good.
what- so-
They're all the same.
The concept is, first of all, I tipped the waitress, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because I wanted her to understand that even though the food was bad, the service was not. And I didn't want her to look down like we had done this on purpose. And on top of that, I treat people as good as I am, not as bad as they are. So
Okay,
hopefully
Michelle Obama?
she'll remember that.
She won't remember
I'm
that.
glad.
That woman's
Michelle
not
Obama
remembering
said
that.
No, she said when when they go low, we go high.
Yeah.
Oh,
We
okay,
don't
so
go low.
don't take a
Something like
Tehran
that.
quote and make it a Michelle Obama. So second of
No,
all,
it's the same concept. She said it first, bro.
yeah, but I said mine better. So then number two, the number two thing is I also understand when things happen, and a lot of times in relationships, girls get mad at me because I don't get mad just because they're mad. Like I don't see a problem. And on top of that, A, usually it is my fault, right? And B, when we're in a fight, I feel like it's me and you against the problem, not me versus you. It's just
Right.
me and you against a problem,
that
whatever
was
this
actually
problem is.
profound.
Yeah, that was actually
That was
very clever.
profound. Yeah.
I fucks with that.
Yeah, you fuck with it, and
Yeah.
I say this to girls and trick them all the time with that shit because honestly, you the problem, bitch. Like I'm good. I'm just me. Like
Come on,
I'm.
can
Can
you
I
just
live
for one
Can I
moment-
live? Ho?
Yeah, but you gotta
Can I
compromise.
live my life?
When you care about someone, sometimes you gotta compromise who
You
you
do
are.
have to compromise.
Yeah.
But
or you're
I'll-
always gonna be single.
And I want to talk about that because you're perpetually single. But I do want to talk about
gonna say.
the
That's
race
not
thing
cool.
because let's talk about Starbucks real quick. What happened at Starbucks was there were two black gentlemen waiting at Starbucks for what we understand is approximately 10 minutes without purchasing anything.
They were waiting for their friend to show up.
They were waiting for their friend and they for a meeting or whatever was going to happen. And they expressed, hey, we're waiting for someone. The manager took it upon herself to then call the police.
Yeah.
And the two were handcuffed and put outside. It was so bad in Philadelphia that white people started filming and they were the ones who were outraged as the two
were
black
speaking
men
up, yeah.
were calm.
Yeah.
Were very calm
Very
and didn't say a
calm.
word.
Didn't a white person save you in Starbucks one time too?
It did, and
Yeah.
I was gonna bring that up, but a white friend showed up and was like, "What's going on?" And he did show up. The manager said,
Oh, their friend was white.
"Yeah, the friend they were meeting with, it was over a business thing, and he happened to be white." And the manager was like, "It looked like they were scoping out the place." So since then,
my
Starbucks CEO
God.
is meeting with the two gentlemen. Obviously, no charges were brought up, and
Well, they're gonna get a huge settlement check.
the
That's
manager
what it is.
was let go. Settlement, as in Starbucks is going to compensate them, obviously.
Yeah.
But a big push in the black community is to boycott Starbucks right now because of
Perfect
the actions
time
Right.
for
of this
Black
person.
Coffee Show, yo.
How do you feel? That's actually true. That's a great
Starbucks
point.
is so good. It's going to be hard to boycott, but that's not acceptable by any means. But,
But it's the actions of one employee.
yeah, one employee. But how does that? How I'm just like confused how they even got to the point where they were handcuffed though. Like, how do you just handcuff two guys sitting at a table?
Why don't you just ask them to leave?
Yeah, just
and-
like, hey, can you get up and leave?
And the basic parts are on video, so we don't know.
And the worst
But-
part about it is there was a black cop
Well,
handcuffing them.
I think they bring a black police officer in certain situations to make sure that.
And he's probably
especially
so
now.
uncomfortable and he goes home and he's like, I hate my job so much.
You know,
Maybe.
here's what I thought of, right? What if these guys, they're planning for their meeting and all that, but in their pockets, they just happen to have marijuana. Sometimes people have marijuana in their pockets. So now they were unrightfully handcuffed and then they checked their pocket and now there's marijuana. Now they're going to jail. I feel like
Wait, did this happen?
No,
I
that
feel-
didn't happen,
but
but
it happens
it has
every day.
happened.
I feel like it happens every day. When people get that's the danger of profiling.
Right.
So it's not just, hey, you hurt my feelings, I'm going to sue you. The implication is you could be thrown in jail for something. You may have been on the wrong, but 500 other people may have been in the wrong too. But because now you're black and we're profiled, now you're going to jail.
Right.
So what do you think? Should people boycott Starbucks over the actions of this one employee?
Here's my issue. I sometimes think of it as, hey, if I owned a business and I hired someone and I'm trying to maintain everything, I can't control every single thing they do or say when I'm not there.
Right.
So as someone who's actually building my own business, I think about that a lot. I think about the dangers of even hiring anyone. And I'm most of the time doing things all on my own because I don't want to deal with that. I never want someone to be an extension of me and say or do the wrong thing and get sued. With that being said, Starbucks as an entity has a responsibility to make up for this in a much bigger way than, hey, here's a small check. They need to
Right.
be a voice. They need to do more to show that everyone is welcome in their facility, and they need to make it very, very clear over and over instead of trying to, what corporations do sometimes, underplay what the employee did. They need to stand against that employee publicly, not silently, and not be scared to get...
Which they have. Which Starbucks
which they
has
have.
done
They've done
very
the
well.
first step. And the next step, they need to open up more Starbucks into, let's face it, into more black communities.
Well, they just article on the Shade Room just said that 81,000 are shutting down for one day, so everyone that works for them can study racial profiling and what they shouldn't be doing.
Wow. See, that's what I was talking about.
That's a move.
Yeah,
And
we just got verified from Abdul Hadi on Twitter. That is happening.
So
that's deep.
That's
So
what.
they're going
That's
to lose
deep.
a lot of money that day.
So that's what's up. Starbucks is losing a lot of money.
See,
And
I
this
should be
is-
president. Things
This
just
is what
happen.
I think about the boycott is that yes, and it's not just about Starbucks. So Starbucks is collateral damage or damage in this financial war where black people are clearly being racially profiled in this country. Brown people are clearly being racially profiled in this country. Women are being misogynistically profiled in this country. These things people should collaborate, unify, and make sure that it does not happen by taking hard stances, even when it's a light subject. So this is not just a thing that we should just let go. How
Right.
much tolerance and forgiveness has happened? What needs to happen is this exact thing where Starbucks takes a stand, makes it known that this is unacceptable behavior, and makes that part of the culture of Starbucks, which they're doing.
So I'm gonna keep my gold status account, and I'm gonna keep if they're really taking this stand as I see as everyone's presenting. I mean, what is there more they need to do, or is this
But
enough?
see, the thing is, we also have to be careful of being placated where you give just enough, where, okay, we'll do it just enough, sweep it under the rug and not let it happen. Because also another video came out in a Starbucks where the manager gives the code to the bathroom to a white patron who hasn't ordered anything, and then a black patron who hasn't ordered anything asks for the code. She says no. Bathrooms are only for people who buy things. So he literally waited by the bathroom, asked the guy, said, "Hey, Weston, did you buy anything from here?" No, but they gave you the code. Okay, well, you didn't give me the code, and I was doing the exact same thing. What's the difference between us two as people?
Did the manager comment on that?
The manager was like, "Get out, stop videotaping," which, by the way, while we're in public, you have the right to videotape.
Yeah, you can.
Really?
But
Yeah.
on
I've
private
always had that
property, it's
question.
different. But
Yeah.
because
You can.
you're a public business, also within reason, I can leave, but I can always videotape from the sidewalk.
Right. Like I can't stand outside either one of your apartment and like film you guys. Like I can't be like across the hall with like binoculars and like catch you on camera doing
Inside
something.
might-
Inside, I can do whatever the fuck I want. You invited me here. I can film you. I can
No.
record you.
If I'm outside and your windows are open, I can film. You're out.
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
opening
If your windows are
invitation.
open and you're standing naked in
It's
front
a
of it,
assumption of public consumption,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
If you're outside and people are just walking around, you can videotape anywhere you want. People are walking outside in public, you are in public.
I feel like we're gonna get to a
Which
point
is really
where there's
weird.
surveillance everywhere. That has to be.
There already
seen,
is.
right?
We already
There
have.
already
It already
yeah,
is.
That already is. But what's weird to me is like if you're in a situation and you record something, it's not admissible in court
Well, it depends.
because they had no knowledge that you were recording. I'm like, that's bullshit.
It just depends on the recording.
Yeah.
And it depends how it works. Now, with phone conversations, it's very different. So you have to be careful recording phone conversations, especially when the other person on the line
How do you
doesn't
even
know.
record a phone conversation?
I'm sure there's an app. There's an app to order. There's a shoe that I can hit the pump and a pizza will come to my house.
Let
so
me-
I'm sure.
yeah, that's ridiculous. The Pizza Hut sneaker.
Yeah.
Let me show y'all how easy it is to record a phone conversation. You just have a second phone.
Yeah, but how do you
Yeah,
even like
but
hear?
no, but you have to record their version of the conversation. Anyway, it's very difficult.
No,
it's
you put it on
difficult to-
speaker. You put it on speaker.
It's difficult to put in.
Not that I've done this before,
But to
I'm-
have a second
You
phone, most
obviously
people
have.
don't have two phones. But you also, I'm talking about it's difficult legally. You can be in a lot of trouble
I
because
see what
of
you're
that.
saying.
So because of that, you can be in a lot of trouble. Same way recording sexual acts can be a big problem.
That revenge porn, bro.
So you have to be careful with and know the law. But the Starbucks gentlemen, I mean, I really give them a lot of props for keeping their cool under fire. And I did have a Starbucks story in which the lady at Starbucks, someone was stealing my laptop and she saw me grabbing back for it and not knowing at all what was going on, automatically said, "Stop, that black guy's trying to steal that guy's laptop."
Oh my
That's exactly
God.
what she said. And there was a white guy there when the police came and I waited and there was a white guy there who was actually an older white gentleman. And I was like, man, I'm screwed. And he actually was like, I saw the whole thing. Clearly the other guy was in the wrong. And that lady in there said this. And that guy was just trying to get his
Wow.
property back. And
Wow.
I mean, thanks for that good Samaritan telling the truth.
Here's a kicker, Teron. If that older gentleman was a black man and said that, do you feel like they would have listened?
I think, you know what? I don't like to say race is that. I think we make a bigger case out of what is racial and what's not. Like, for example, if a girl's walking, like Danny and her friends are walking down the street and a black guy starts walking behind them in a hoodie and they like clutch their purses, is it because he's black or is it because he's a guy?
No, I would just do that if he was white, black, Asian.
That's what I'm saying.
Even
It's
if any
because
guy is walking
male.
behind me, I'm gonna be like,
it's
like,
a
what's
guy.
up?
It has nothing to do with black, but a black guy might take it personal and be like, this is because I'm black. And we sometimes jump to the racial conclusion. Now, there's also the case where the black kid was shot out at 8 a.m. in the morning in Detroit because he was knocking on a door trying to get directions to his high school.
Now that
because he
guy's
missed the
facing
bus.
could face life in prison. Sucks to be you.
I mean, yeah, but you need to realize there are repercussions to your actions, especially when they're racially motivated.
Yeah.
Which is why a hate crime deserves to be prosecuted higher and more heavy because of the intent.
The only thing
it's
about-
more dangerous, especially in our community and in our world today.
Right, but the only problem is things happen in this country and it's like hyped up for like a week, maybe two, and then it's like everybody has already stopped talking about it and has already moved on. For instance, all the school shootings. There was just a mega one like a month or two ago. It was a really big deal, and it's like we got to make a change. We got to do something.
Yeah,
and
but
then
Tristan
just,
Thompson,
and
bro.
then it
But
just
Tristan
died.
Thompson.
Yeah,
But,
no,
but
it's
people,
so true.
yeah, but people.
So I'm over school shootings.
Yeah.
Tristan Thompson.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Admittedly,
what it
I
is.
think we're just basically being controlled by our news feeds online because
Right.
exactly what you just said. I haven't thought about those shootings anymore. I was more, and actually the Tristan Thompson thing, I've been researching him now.
My girlfriend
Simply
has
because it's
actually
in my
been in a
feed.
relationship with him for 6 months.
Was she at Darna?
now?
Yeah, but she's not one of the girls that got leaked. She's
You know that
actually
hookah
another
bars
one.
in Nova in our hometown at a place called Darna. Shout out Darna, where she got caught.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No, she's
Darna's
been.
where Tristan Thompson got
Yeah,
caught.
where we went after like the Shaws of Sunset thing. We went on stage and we're announcing.
You know what the thing about Tristan Thompson is? Why am I getting in trouble for some shit that nigga did? Like, why is every girl mad at every guy right now in the world? We don't know their situation or their free Tristan.
Look, we're not against each other.
Girls are gonna shut
We're
down.
not
shut me
against
down.
each other.
Yeah, no,
we're
she's-
against the problem. The problem
Well, first
is
of all,
Instagram.
no. First of all, let's talk about this situation for a little bit. Like I commented, Shade Room reposted Khloe Kardashian saying like, "Oh, mommy and daddy love you," blah blah blah. And I commented under the post and I said she got no self-respect, and I got attacked. But I don't think I'm in the wrong. I don't give a shit that you just had a baby and it's a great experience for you. While you were pregnant, he's literally had relationships, including with one of my girlfriends, for 6 months. And I'm not saying like this was like a basic relationship. I've read text messages. I've been told details.
Be careful, guys. Never text.
Yeah, never text. Well, he's got 2 phones. I
Are
know
you
his.
spilling the tea right now?
Yeah, but
Shade Room?
I won't drop her name. I promised I wouldn't. But she's dropped it gorgeous, my friend. She lives in New York. Her body's on point. He asked her not to be on birth control. He nuts in her. They don't wear condoms. Like this dude is a
Sure, but here's the thing. I don't know. 2 adults are in a relationship, and Khloe is an adult. She's not a child. If she's okay with it, then who are you to not be okay with what she's okay with? Who are
Bars.
you?
Bars.
It's not like Khloe needs the money, and it's not like Khloe's stupid. So who are you?
He actually
to
makes
judge?
more money than her.
It doesn't matter. She doesn't need.
Yeah, but-
it doesn't matter. Once you hit a certain amount of money, it doesn't matter. Like, oh well, he hasn't. You have enough. She can
I'm
buy
saying,
her own
but
table, right?
if you know you're a boss ass bitch and you don't
Sure.
need this motherfucker, why
But
do you
what-
want
what
him
if
in your
she's
life?
okay with that? What
How
if this is
no,
what she
I will
likes?
promise you this.
What if
As
she
a
likes?
woman, no woman is okay with it.
That's not true because
getting
I know
heated.
women that are okay.
No, they act like they're okay, Teron. They're
I
not
know
okay
girls
with
that
it.
are okay with it, and
No.
actually, a lot of people are in these relationships where they're like, they're fluid relationships. Actually, 2 weeks ago, we just had a couple on this show right here where they're swingers, and he loves her having sex with other men.
Because he's a fucking freak and she doesn't
See,
like it.
that's not fair because
No,
you know
it's-
what? Because if it was a guy sleeping with a guy, that's okay. But if it's a guy sleeping with a guy and they're not monogamous, like just the same way we look at sexuality, we need to take into account what a relationship. Not everyone likes to be monogamous. Some people are into polygamy, and if that's what they're into, who are you to judge them? They're not hurting
and
I'm
anyone.
another
definitely
thing-
going to be judging.
They're
I'm
not
definitely
hurting
going to be
Another thing,
judging.
Danny, let's
Yeah.
put the focus On the child, we know that Chloe's been wanting a child for a very long time.
Yeah, and embrace the moment, enjoy it, and then move on.
I once spoke about the cracked phone theory. I'm just going to reintroduce the theory. It's like you have a new phone, right? Mm-hmm. You cherish that phone. The second you drop it, you see that scratch, and it kind of just destroys the mystique of this new phone that you loved. And every time you look at your phone, the cracks, so you don't like it.
Sure.
So I made an analogy where it's similar in a relationship with cheating. When someone cheats, you could go back to relationships, but that reminder is always there. And I did say the only time, right, where the crack phone theory can move to the side is when there's something else that's greater than the relationship that you stay together for. And in this case, it's a child. She's been wanting a child for a long time. She's happy to have the child with him.
Or what if a person, like cracked phones? Then you know what? Your theory doesn't hold water. It's not up to you to determine what I'm supposed to like. If I like cracked phones, then I like cracked phones. And as long as it's not hurting you or anyone else that's not involved, then shut the fuck up.
But if it's what you like, it would have never been a cracked phone in the first place. So
exactly.
If it's what you like, it would never
theory
been
makes
cracked.
no sense.
So if it's what you like,
because it doesn't make sense.
No,
why? People like everything.
His theory doesn't make sense.
I don't understand people who get tattoos on their faces.
No, hold on.
But I don't care if someone else has a tattoo on their face. I don't have a tattoo on my face.
Your theory makes sense.
It doesn't make sense to me, but it makes complete sense to them.
If she went under the guise that, okay, I'm okay with you going around, then the theory
so
doesn't.
You don't know.
We don't know. Exactly.
We don't know their relationship.
I'm just saying.
That's what I'm saying. People don't know other people's lives and love to discuss it like, yo, your shit stinks too, bitch.
Yeah,
like, why
that's
are you
all well and
talking
good.
shit
That's
about someone else? Why?
Because anyone in this country can talk shit about whatever the fuck they want to talk shit about.
Opinions are like assholes. Everyone has one. The difference is everyone thinks their asshole doesn't stink, and trust me, it does.
Yeah.
All of our opinions are wrong. Like, if they're happy with it, as long as they're not hurting someone else,
they're not happy.
How do you know?
He's not happy.
How do you
He's
know?
not happy because he's cheating on her
doing?
1,000 times.
Dog, trust me. Show me the baddest bitch on the planet, and I'm gonna show you a nigga that's tired of fucking her. Done. So
basically,
understand.
you think that there is no one on this planet that can stay loyal.
That's
and
not what I
faithful.
said at all. I said if they're okay with it,
their decision.
they're okay.
If it's their
That's
decision.
what I'm saying. Everyone
But you
loves
also
to
just
watch.
said, show me the baddest bitch on the planet. I'll show it to a guy and he's done.
I said he's tired of
He may
fucking
be
her.
Oh yeah, he's tired of fucking her.
100%. It's
Same
not
with
like
the ladies, too.
don't forget. We used to watch a show called Married with Children, where every young man used to watch Peggy and be like, "Yo, I would hit." And Al Bundy constantly just complained about not wanting to hit. And you know what? He complained and he never cheated on her, no matter the entirety life of that show. So the concept is whatever makes people, some people are happy being miserable. Some people are happy being happy. Some people are happy in mansions. Some people are happy in apartments. Whatever makes people happy, as long as it doesn't affect other people. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
but it is affecting young women.
It's not about
Danny, whether they wanted this or not,
we don't know what they're doing.
Whether Toronto's implication is correct and they want it or not, there's a new life now. There's a baby. Why do we need to hold this drama over this new life's head? If Chloe's able to move past it.
Because it's 2018 and a lot of people have families where you have a mom and you have a dad. No one needs to be together for the kid. I'm sorry. That's
okay,
bullshit.
but what I am saying is...
My sister's a single mom.
But what I'm saying is if she could see past that and celebrate the child's life... Why is there in it? Why do we need to bring it back up?
So my thing is this.
She's never going to forget. How do you lay next to a man?
But why do you care? Like, how do you care? Why you care about Chloe's everything else and now you care about this? Like, why do you care if Chloe's okay with this?
Because I don't like the message it sends to women.
No, because you don't like it because you don't want it to happen to you.
Oh,
so don't let it happen to you.
It's happened to me before.
So then don't let it. Change it for you, but don't try to change it for Chloe or anyone else. Like, if someone's happy, when my parents have been married for 35 years now, 36 years, they're happy. I wish that upon me more than anything else. That's just how I am. But if someone else is different, I don't know. Yo, Kris Jenner is married to Caitlyn Jenner, my nigga. Like, that's not something that I think is completely within the realms of my life. But I don't judge them for it. I don't judge them for it. Everyone loves to as long as it applies to them. That's not a fair system. That's what I'm saying. It's like, yo, if they're happy, they're happy. And everyone can say whatever they want. But if Chloe says this, then that's who. I listen to the victim, not to the people who
Well, she hasn't said she's happy.
You just said she posted something, said mommy and daddy love you.
She just did a picture about her baby. She didn't say, hey, me and Tristan are still together.
So, but maybe they were broken up. We don't know. Listen, they are the Kardashians. This is the least fucked up thing that has happened in that family.
Yeah, literally.
Okay?
Yeah, like
real talk.
You know what? If I just want her to let her be the voice. Maybe she doesn't want all this backlash because maybe she's trying to work things out with him, and all this backlash isn't going to be for the best of her interest. Why don't we wait to hear what she says, and then we can pick a side,
or see what the ratings
them be
are.
Happy.
Because honestly, people are like, "Oh, I feel bad for the kid," and you know what? There's a life, like George said, and you know. That's the nigga I don't feel bad for. That nigga's being raised nice. You know who you need to feel bad for? Me. My broke ass parents just gave me love. Like, fuck love, nigga. Pay my bills. You know what I'm saying? I need
Sometimes
a YouTube.
love is better.
I need a YouTube. No, never. Listen, I need a YouTube follower to pay my bills. You know what I'm saying? So let's talk about who and what constitutes the perfect partner. Okay? So as a heterosexual female, for the most part, what is the perfect man?
Like look-wise or
everything.
just the whole
Give me everything.
Okay, for example, like Natasha's new boy, most of the stuff he does, I'm like, wow, it's like almost too good to be true. But okay, like he buys her flowers. When the old flowers die, he already has a new bouquet ready.
Yeah.
He takes care of all of us when we're together.
Is he good looking?
He's good looking, yeah. The only thing that bothers me about him is he
got a small dick, and how do you know? No,
no, he just never gets mad. And I just, for me, the perfect guy would be someone who still is romantic, has respect for me. We have fun together. He respects my friends. My family loves him. But every once in a while, I need you to tell me to shut up.
Yeah, you know what?
You know, give me a little bit of excitement. I don't want it to be good all the time.
It's better to be hated.
Shut up all the time.
It's better to be hated than for no one to care about you at all. And that's what you're saying. He's lacking
passion.
He's lacking
I wouldn't
emotion.
say he's lacking passion. He definitely has passion for her. Like, low-key, like, obsessed with her. But I feel like they've been together for almost a month and a half now, and they've never once gotten into an argument.
And you're mad at them for that?
It's also a month and a half.
For my perfect guy, I would just want him every once in a while. For instance, like in the beginning, like she would talk about like the athletes she used to date, or like
which is annoying, by the way. Girls do that. They
annoying.
love, and I hate when girls use the word ex. By the way, they're like, "Yeah, my ex used to do this," or "My ex used to."
In general, it's unhealthy to like, that simple
guys do that too.
First date rule: don't bring your decks. I know both sexes do it, and I think it's just wrong. Like, if you're building with someone, it's not critical to have to get into your history of dating first. Get to know each other. Let each other have a clean slate. That's the whole point of dating someone new.
Right. I feel like after a couple of months, you can be like, so this is like what happened before, and please don't make it happen again. But I think on the first date, when you're like, well, like 6 months ago,
we're talking perfect man.
I bought him a bedroom set, and I came home, and a bitch was in it. Like, you don't need to say that on the first date, probably.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And I'm saying that because I have said that on a first date. So that's probably why I haven't been on one.
You say the worst things, period.
But you're very
What do you mean?
You're
You know what I mean.
blunt.
So I'm going to be single for the rest of my life now.
I mean, the way you're going, that's why I'm there. I can fix you.
Yeah, but you weren't there for me last Wednesday.
That's true. I was on my own thing.
And it was like the perfect, I literally was like, I can't believe this is like
better.
literally just like.
I was free last Wednesday.
This Wednesday. Nah, but it's a specific. It's got to be me.
It's like a little secret thing.
It's a thing. Like I gotta oop her to Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. So the perfect
guy.
guy.
I'm like awkward. I can't. I don't know how to start conversations.
The perfect guy looks like what?
I actually am not really particular on looks because every single person I've dated hasn't really been that good looking. They get me with their personality.
So
as long as you can make me laugh.
So it's make you laugh.
But I mean, a nice body. Like, I don't want you to be overweight.
Yeah.
I don't want you to be like have that like bald at the top and a ring around hair. Like, that's not happening. Like, I can't do it. But I mean, semi good looking, good breath, good hygiene, brushes his teeth, doesn't have to work out all the time, but like wants to be healthy, knows how to clean if I cook, like that type of shit. Respects me and respects my family, and he's got to get along with my twin. Every single person I've ever dated, my twin is hated.
Oh, that's real. Mm-hmm. That's a real thing because your sister's a very big part of your life.
Yeah, and she's like the polar opposite of me.
Is it her or the guys?
No, it's definitely the guys. She's been right about every single one of them. And I'm just like, stop it, Gabby. You're just jealous.
The man who wants to win you over has to win the family over too. He has a tall task ahead of him.
Yeah, but my dad loves everyone in the beginning. So it's like, Dad, I can't really trust your opinion.
Interesting.
And he's so desperate for me to be in a relationship now.
He doesn't care. He's like, yeah, I know. Vladimir Putin seems like a dictator, but he might really love you.
My mentor told me when I was younger, he was trying to convince me to get married in my early 20s.
Right.
And he did say, the older you get, George, the more difficult it is to make a compromise.
Right, yeah.
And I found that to be true.
Right.
And now you're old as fuck.
How old are you?
I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about you. We can just get rich. You know what I'm saying? We
It's
can
so
just still
hard.
get rich.
And now my sister has like almost a 5-year-old. I don't even have a kid yet. It's not what I thought. I thought we'd have kids at the same time. They'd grow up, be best friends. Now I'm like,
Be their own version of twins.
I'd honestly, right now in my head, I don't want to get married. I want the ring and I want to party. And I want someone to give me a child and respect me. And if we end up not being together, we can still be
so you
like,
want to be Khloe Kardashian? Thank you. Drops mic.
No,
Yo, so
you
look.
didn't.
Drops mic.
No,
drops
you didn't
mic.
let me
We gotta
finish.
run.
And I
We
said
gotta
he
run.
respects me.
We got to run real quick. And perfect gentleman of the week
Fuck
is
y'all.
no one other than Andre Ingram, the 32-year-old rookie who, after 10 years in the D League of the NBA, finally got called up for 2 games for the Lakers' last 2 games and scored 19 points in his debut. That's like for every baller out there, that was just an
That's a
inspirational
dream.
story. He's like the 2 Chainz of basketball right now. Danny, where can people find you if you want to be found?
You can just find me on Instagram, XXO Danielle, and all my other social media is like in the bio. So.
And YouTube it up because your YouTubes are fire.
Oh
now.
yeah, youtube.com/Danielle Victor.
That's what's up. Thank you so much. We're definitely gonna have Danny back on the show because we're BFFs, so we have to have her back.
Yeah. And by the way, which one of you is feeding me right now? Because I'm hungry.
Yo, okay.
Tehran
and then
is.
I'm Tehran Von Gosri at I Am Tehran all across the board. Make sure to find me and tell your friends at I Am Tehran. And of course, I'm alongside.
GK Supreme. Find me on Instagram at Mr. George Corey Tehran. Spell the last name.
That's KHOURI, and we are
Imperfect Gentlemen.
Remember, nobody's perfect, but us. We'll
And
see you
just
guys next week.
remember, the trailer for Black Coffee Show is on my YouTube channel. Check it out.